Hello, welcome back to the Origin Decks. It's been a long time since I last did an update for the Origin Decks. I think the last update was probably completing the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee section. It is April 3rd. Pokemon Champions comes out in like 5 days on the 8th. And I really quickly wanted to go over 3 things. First of all, there's been an update for Pokemon Home that lets us sneak peek into transferring from Champions. We'll know this very shortly, but as of right now, of course, we cannot transfer anything into Champions. Champions is currently undergoing maintenance. This will become active like the night of the 7th or the 8th, whatever, whenever the game launches. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to transfer our Pokemon right away. The second thing I wanted to go over, since I haven't talked about it in a very long time, we'll load this up. We're going to load up ZA. You now have compatibility with ZA. No compatibility with the recently released Fire Red and Leaf Green. So, there is a new origin mark that is the ZA origin mark, which is a little mega symbol. It's right over next to the name. It's very cool. I really like it. It looks very nice. That means there's about 400 new forms. I have not added the I've not added the ZA section to my spreadsheet. I'm not including it in the Origin Decks yet. But here's the start of my Alpha ZA origin marks. These should all be alpha, but I got really into ZA for a little bit. I played about 70 hours, and then the DLC came out, and I dropped off pretty hard. I didn't really like it that much, but I think I just kind of burned myself out of it. So there's that. That's new with the update. And the last thing I really quickly wanted to go over, loading up just our regular home boxes. I disconnected from ZA. So you got 7 pages of boxes in your Pokemon Home, right? 6,000 Pokemon slots that you can store. I reorganized this a tiny bit, not a lot. So we're starting with the Game Boy marks. I'm trying to make this in order of like most old to newest Pokemon. So we got GB marks, no marks, which is Gen 3 through 5. Got X and Y marks there. They go on for quite a while. Sun and Moon marks. There's a lot. There's like almost 1,000 Sun and Moon Pokemon. I've left some boxes on the end of each section for forms. Mostly like Alolan, Galarian, forms like that. Forms that have more than just a like gender difference, like a Venusaur, for example. And then the Go section is quite big too. I have updated as far as I can into Go. Like actually Mimikyu just came out, so we've added Mimikyu to this. I'm still missing some random things, but the Go Dex is still, it's like a forever work in progress, really. Let's Go Pikachu Eevee is done. And we got PLA. I haven't transferred these from Arceus yet. There's a couple forms that I have. These are going to be like regular forms of Hisuian Pokemon. I've added the Ore region, which is the Colosseum region. So these are all the Colosseum catchable shadows. So far I have the Colosseum section, which is not including evolutions. I got an extra box because I'm going to add that later. And then I got the XD section, which I have included different versions. And I had to do like, I think I had to do 4 playthroughs of XD to get all the forms, and I've added some extras, just the legendaries and stuff. So we added that. We added Ore to that. And then I have actually created the trade, I don't know what I'm going to call this finalized, but trade original trainers / like special Pokemon. So I've pulled out, like, you know, these are all ends Pokemon that you get in Black, White 2. These are the trades from Black and White and Black and White 2. These are the Yancey and Curtis trades. I've pulled out the Game Boy, that's Gen 1 and 2 trades. And that's all I've done so far. But I changed my mind. Originally, I was going to keep the trades in their boxes, like the Nidorans go here and stuff, and I was going to keep that in. But I felt like it would be unique to not have the trades actually be in the boxes. I am compromising by using up more space, but the coolest example I can think of, 2 examples, would be Mr. Mime and Farfetch'd, right? You can't get a Mr. Mime and a Farfetch'd, as far as I know, without trading. So to get a Mr. Mime and a Farfetch'd with your own OT, and I might be misspeaking, it might be just Mr. Mime, you have to trade a Farfetch'd or Mr. Mime into the Gen 2 game and make an egg, and that's the only way to get your OT on a exclusive trade evolution. So I changed that up. I haven't pulled them all out of like the no marks and the X and Y and the Sun and Moon. So there's that. I added those boxes, the trade OT boxes. I got a line of extra boxes here that are not being used currently. And then the last page, the 7th page, is my personal collection. Not full collection yet, I guess. I have some stuff in other games, but I have just like Go Shiny box, a box of various shinies from like No Mark Land and X and Y. And I'm not like the biggest shiny hunter. I've not like spent a lot of my time shiny hunting. I kind of dabble a little bit per game, and that's about it. Recently transferred the red Genesect from Go. I think that's the only way to get a US red Genesect except for like a Japanese event. And here's some Scarlet and Violet shinies. And then I got, PLA shinies too. And then I go into like events. So these are Wi-Fi events, or like the Piketopia from Battle Revolution events, or the events from the Pokemon Ranger games. These are the like level 1 event from the Special Arceus. These are the Primo gifts. So some events don't have a special OT, like they're your OT, but you get them in a special way. I may differentiate the boxes on this later by like special OT gifts, and then like your own OT, like special Pokemon. So boxes for events and special OTs, and then home gifts. So we get, these are, I think I'm missing some, like I maybe deleted them by accident or they got lost, but a Pokemon that have the met in Pokemon Home location. And then just this last line is basically Pokemon that I'm gonna send into Champions. So Mighty Marks, I did almost every raid in the Scarlet and Violet era. I missed a couple. For example, I know I missed the Iron Bundle, and then I must have missed 1 or maybe 2 or 3 more than that. But those are my Mighty Marks. I'll send those into Champions. These are the Pokemon that I use to complete those raids. And these are some PvP Pokemon I made in Sword and Shield. And then these are some team members that I've used throughout the years, like Kurgoy the Typhlosion is from a Heart Gold playthrough. Kotz is from a Diamond and Pearl RNG, like Cute Charm Glitch Diamond file. Reggie's my starter in Shield. Sterling is actually my oldest known Pokemon. He's my starter from a Gen 3 file I started in high school, and etc. So these are my like team members. These 3 shouldn't be here, but I didn't know where to put them yet. And that's that. So that's how I'm reorganizing my home. As you can see, the Origin Dex takes up a lot of your home storage. So long term, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I'm going to keep 6/7 of my home storage for the Origin Dex, or if I will eventually move this to like a separate profiles subscription or something and just to have them and keep them. I don't know if I'll delete them. I don't know. I don't know if I like how much space it takes up, but it is fun and it is cool to look at. It is also a reminder that I need to grind down and actually finish this up, especially the retro sections, which is the Game Boy marks, the No Origin mark, the Pentagon X and Y mark, and the Clover Sun and Moon marks. because, and I guess the Ouray region too, I gotta finish that, because those someday will go away permanently, and I know we talked about this years ago, how they might shut down Pokemon Bank, but now that we got Fire Red, Leaf Green, Champions, ZA connectivity, it could be happening soon. It could be another 2 years. We don't know. But that's just a quick update on my Pokemon Home. The last thing I forgot to show you is the spreadsheet. So this is what I use to keep track of all the Pokemon that I've caught. And I don't think it's correct anymore because according to this, I should have almost all the Game Boy marks done. According to this, I'm missing 2, which I think is like, I need to do a 8F glitch Mew and something else. The no marks should be done. I'm missing 2. I think it might be a 3-segment to Dunsparce or something. The Pentagon marks are almost done, which is probably Vivillons or something. Like, there's a few obscure things that you have to do what I'm doing, and it gets complicated. Like the Clover marks, the Sun and Moon Vivillons are quite complicated to get. The Miniors, there's only like 6 of them, but it gets pretty deep. There's a lot of breeding. There's a lot of hacky stuff. Like you gotta do some like injections and some save file manipulation and trading. And oh man, like I gotta play through X and Y again because you can only get 1 of the legendary birds per playthrough, and I have like Articuno and Moltres, but I need a Zapdos. That's a big time investment to get 1 Pokemon. That's like 30, let's say 20 hours to play through X and Y just to get to the end to get a Zapdos. So, it's coming along. The Let's Go mark is the only one that's done. I have not done the Switch marks because they do not have a time limit right now. And then the Go marks is ever evolving, and that will just come as it comes. And some things are regional, and I haven't gone to that country, and it's not released globally yet. So, work in progress. I need to like I guess verify my catches with my retro marks, and then get down and finish them. There's a one other thing I know I need to do. I need to do there's a soft lock glitch in Heart Gold. It's not a glitch, it's a soft lock, and it gives you a special tentacle. Like, I'm getting everything. I'm gonna do it. I just gotta sit down and do it. Personal anecdote, I work a lot. I'm trying to do overtime, trying to get life financially stable and all that, and also spend time with my family. So, also, I'm just playing other games sometimes. Like, I'll be honest, I'm playing Helldivers a few nights a week. So, I'm not, like, just playing Pokemon, and I'm not working on this 24/7. But it's fun when I get a chance to sit down and do a couple hours and get a couple marks checked off my list. So, that's what I gotta say. If you're working on an Origin Dex, let me know how it's going. This has been a few years working on this now, and we're getting close, but we still have a lot of work to do. So let me know how you're doing. If there's anything else that you want to see from me, there's a lot of video ideas. I could go really in depth. Like the Vivillons by themselves could be a whole video. I already did a video on 3-segment to Dunsparce. Man, there's a lot of little detail. I could make a whole video just on the 8F Mew. But, yeah. So, it's in progress. Don't worry, it's working. I hope I can finish it before Bank dies, but even if it doesn't, we might get, re-releases of old games. Like, we'll have to see if, Fire Red and Leaf Green get their own mark, or if they count for the no marks. If the Switch version of Fire Red Leaf Green has its own mark, I gotta play through Leaf Green again. So, we'll see. Alright, that's all for now.